everybody? Welcome back. Got another installment of 97 to Infinity. Guys, how are we doing? I feel like it's been a little while, you know? How are we living? How are we living?
I'm
Mm,
happy. Back to the gym.
Okay.
NCAA is back tomorrow. So I'm actually really excited. NBA's been lit. Dodgers won the World Series. So you know what? I'm good. I'm chilling. That's all I can say.
Um, I'm doing okay. Not too happy that it gets dark at 5 o'clock now,
I know.
I
Hashtag
mean,
but
daylight saving.
I've just been kind of tired. I've been working like every day, so
Mm. Yeah, well, I'm doing all right. Can't complain, living life. And speaking of living life, we did something fun as a group, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start the show off with something that we decided to do with the Connecticut Sun, a community event, the Donnie Dash event. So we decided to attend. Uh, I don't got any like any like initial thoughts, but like it was very fun. So I like, what did y'all think? Because I had a good little time, even though it was a little cold. But it was early in October. So what can you say?
I was just like, okay, what is this? And I'm not, like, so I'm like, okay. And then she's like, get questioned, guys. Like, you don't know what it's like being media. Like, we're like, all right, we got this. Then it's like, try to ask questions about the Donnie Dash. I'm like, oh, okay. And me, I took it to the extreme. So I'm really going at it. Like, I need to come up with these great questions because I don't want to be look stupid. So, and then it was not even that stressful. It was a lot of fun. And to see them in a different light, like even Morgan and Sanaya, and then they always give great answers. So I think that makes it even better because we don't have to like pull answers out of them.
yeah, it was awesome. I mean, Sanaya's the perfect player to pick for an event like that. Like she even said that she loves kids, and she was just like, for example, she even went out of her way to give, there was these two guys that were on bicycles kind of leading all the kids in the kids race, and she was like, you guys need a medal too, and like went up to them and put it around their neck. And I just, oh, Sanaya, like she's just got a
Bestie,
heart of gold.
bestie.
I
Yeah,
know.
she's just great. But no, it was a great event.
Yeah. Now I admit, yes, and I is definitely one of those like just super positive people. Like always shouts out to her because like she's just so great. I also want to give a shout out to Morgan Tuck because when we did interview her, there's something she said that like stuck with me, and I'm like, I feel like it's something that like is very pivotal, especially in these times where she was talking about the future of the team and how like optimistic she was about last season, and she mentioned how we didn't start off great in Connecticut, and we were all there. It was rough. Let's not lie. But the thing that she said that really impressed me the most was the part where she said we didn't just give up on the plan and try to like blow everything up so quickly. And I feel like in a time where in a lot of sports there's people that will fire a coach or fire a GM or trade a bunch of players. I want to give Morgan Tucker credit for staying the course because the way that team, if once you gave it some time, and Coach Rashid used to always say like we were still growing in chemistry, and and as it all sort of came together, like we really did, take that team in the second half and really turn it around. And I was the person that like you talked to me in May. I had no type of optimism for this team for the future. I ain't gonna lie. Like you guys know, I was really just like, oh, we're getting number one pick, and then I realized Chicago had our pick, and I was like, we're in so much trouble. It's so clips. Like, and then they turned it around, and now I'm like, we might even make the playoffs next year. Like, I'm so on the other side of optimistic now that I just do want to give like Morgan Tuck some of her credit. I just had to say that out loud because I don't know if it's just me, but I swear, like coaches, like I mean, even in New York, we can kind of joke about like they are a year removed from championship and you're already blowing your whole team up, and I feel like that's something that like people do too much now in sports.
Hmm. But that's what we talked about when we first talked about Sandy. And I said how Becky said you can't building a team, building an empire takes time. You can't just win and then get rid of it because that's not the look you want in that moment, but it takes time. And shout out to Morgan for just expressing that with us, being honest with us, and just giving us basketball at a foundation for the Donnie Dash. So I appreciate that.
And speaking of things taking time, the CBA negotiations. How about that, guys? 30 more days.
Don't even
It's
get me started.
so as
Well,
they as they sign a 30-day extension, Gab, I'll let you go. But I just also want to ask before you go, just does them extending this give you any more faith that we might not have a lockout than it did pre the extension?
Maybe a little tiny bit, but like not much more if I'm gonna be honest. So when I saw that they accepted the 30-day extension, I was like, "Oh my God, guys, like what are you doing?" Because they want the power in their hands. And that does give puts the power to the league a little bit more again. But then I saw that there was conditions to this extension that they can with any 48-hour notice, they can basically terminate the extension. And it's a trust thing, obviously, with the league. So that gave me a lot of hope, I would say. But I was not happy at first because I didn't see the whole like story. I just saw the headline at first and I was like, oh my God, guys, like what are you doing? But I don't know, it's pretty cool. NECA and the Players Association had posted a little graphic on Instagram explaining everything. It was like really well done and like for people who can't understand what's going on and don't really watch sports.
I'm just more, oh, really? What is going to happen? I'm still in the position of I don't know because
Mm.
at the same time, the players are very serious. They're not budging, but it looks like the league isn't budging either. So it's like, will they come to a happy medium? Will they come to a happy, or are we going to have a lockout? So I'm really still confused, even more confused, I guess, with the 30-day extension.
Yeah, I'm just here. Like I don't know what's going on. Hey, look, I'm just here. Look, I put it like this, as I tell all my friends, like I was like, look, as someone who's pretty much covered the W and is now about to graduate college, like this has sort of become my summers, and it is now the moment where I'm like, oh, my summer plans might be out the window, and I really just don't know what to do until I get there, and they're like, oh, we're not playing because I just don't. I have nothing. I literally depending on the day, something will come out that'll give me hope, and then I swear, like 2 days later, something else will happen. I'm like, oh, I lost all my hope. Like it's because like at one point it was like there like Fee calls them out, and I'm like, oh, maybe. Then like Kathy says what she said, I'm like, oh, we're cooked. And then it was like, all right, then we're now like something else happens, and I'm like, oh, like Adam Silver says something. I'm like, oh no, it's worse. Like I just back, and then like NECA's graphic had me like, okay, okay, this looks nice. Like maybe we're getting somewhere. But then I'm also like, they can terminate any 48 hours. And I'm like, oh, something tells me we're gonna be terminating in the middle of like next week out of nowhere. Like something in my gut just says that's how that's gonna go, and I'm just like, this is just annoying because I admit like it's the effect of not just the players, like not to be that guy, but it's like there's also like a whole bunch of people that like also around and watch the sport, cover the sport. And I'm like, we're all just tiptoeing around everything. Because I mean, even to when we joked with the Connecticut media people when we were doing interviews, I remember they were like, "Oh, like you guys didn't ask as many basketball questions we thought you were," and I said, "Well, it's kind of hard to try to be like basketball when you don't even know if we're playing next year. Like most of my questions towards the future, like I know on this show, eventually, assuming that they have an agreement, we're going to talk about the expansion draft and the draft and free agency. But we can't do that if they're not playing. Like so, it's just
Right.
we are literally
Mhm.
just flying blind in just the world of limbo until everybody figures it out. So I was like, I'm just here for the ride at this point because I don't know what's going to happen.
And I do like, every other sport standing behind the ladies
Mhm.
and, letting them know, like, pay them what they deserve. And it's like, finally, it's not gender size for me. It's sport. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm an athlete. I know what they're going. It's not I'm a man athlete and I don't know what they're going through, or I'm a woman athlete and I know what they're going through. It's athletes in general. And they're saying, like, no, pay them. They deserve it. It's time. So I like that, especially like America's sport and football and the MLB. So it's just really good to see that they are not in this alone and that other athletes from other sports are coming and standing with them in this moment. So
Yeah, and if I always think about if like Kobe was still here and like how different it would be, and I just know he would be so involved in this whole thing and would be doing whatever he could to like help them. He's always been super supportive of the women basketball players. Probably one of the first male players to be supportive of female players.
I mean, I think he was just literally the first. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
I think he was too, yeah.
I mean, unless we're gonna give like a nod to Reggie Miller for being like Cheryl's younger brother, like that's the only other person I can think
Right.
to. That's the only person I can think to
that
give us.
started that started the conversation that we have, the people on the podcast that just really should put the mics down. um but you know he was the star, and other people followed suit, because it's like, if he, one of the greatest, feel that woman is worth watching, invest in, then I guess everyone's like, well, we should do it too, and fell in line. But I definitely agree with that statement, DJ.
Yeah, no, yeah, but mm, it is a scary time to be with this because we don't know where they're going. I will admit though, I did really rock with NECA's graphic. I
That
gotta
was
give
fire.
I give shout out to the graphic. They broke everything down. They even talked about stuff with other leagues, and how like what between the overseas and AU and Unrivaled. But speaking of Unrivaled, while we're on the topic now, they finalized their rosters. And before we get into the actual finalized rosters, one of the people they announced has a little drama with it now because I admit, I feel a little weird now because we were steady on here defending Dom for like, don't be speculating, who knows where she's gonna go, and then they're like, coming to our rival, Dom Malonga, and I'm like, that makes that situation look a whole lot worse than it kind of did. And just now it's messy, and I had to get y'all takes on this because to me it's just a messy situation that I don't want to touch.
Well, I mean, you still can't say that the reason that she pulled out of the other team overseas was because of Unrivaled, because we don't know. Like, her injury timeline, maybe she would be ready for Unrivaled, but not ready for that season, and that was the issue. And she needs the money in the off season still. But like, again, they're still not getting paid as
Fair.
much as they should be, so they have to play in the off season, especially like as a rookie. So I mean, I still like kind of have a little bit of hope there that she's not doing something like that, or I hope she's not doing that, because it's going to hurt her in the future. Like, she does have to get approved by FIBA to play in the WNBA next season, I believe. I think I saw a journalist tweet that actually. I think it was Alexa.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think I think what you said first when we had the episode, Gabby, that hopefully it's just a misunderstanding, communication. And with that being said, I maybe she had opportunity to prove, like, I didn't know, or this was the conversation I had, and this wasn't the conversation that needed to be had. I don't know. I'm trying to stay positive in the whole situation because, Gabby, you're right. We don't know if, especially if we do have a season next year, and then we don't not want her there. We definitely want to see how she's going to play in year two. But it's just like, for me, I'm going to be like, maybe there was miscommunication on both ends, between the league, between FIBA, between her agent, and because of that, and not having a clear understanding, or whatever it may be. But Dom is playing an Unrivaled, and that's just that.
Yeah. It's a rough look though. I'm not gonna lie. It is a very rough look after all the speculation. Now she's there. It's a rough look, but
But we're still speculating what happened
still,
behind the scenes. We
It
don't know
it
that
just
part.
it looks worse now though.
Right.
Before when it was like, well, we don't know if she's gonna. Now it's just like, ooh, like I can't lie. But another thing I've noticed with these unrivaled discussions with the rosters being finalized, and I've seen this multiple places, and I don't know if I agree, but I've heard now people are trying to say that like unrivaled lacks star power.
I've seen that a lot on Facebook,
I
that
I
they're
don't get it.
looking for anybody to play for them now. And I'm like, did we forget who they already announced?
Well,
Because of the break between the announcements, and they forget who was there. Like, we can't say anything about Asia not being there. Asia was never there. We can't say anything about Caitlin. Caitlin was not there. So, yes, Angel Reese was there last year, but I truly believe Angel needs a break. Yeah,
Yeah.
I truly believe she needs a break, and it's well deserved. And I'm pretty sure she's going to work on her game regardless.
Mhm.
But what are they talking about? Because because if you just say that, who's not there? Tip, Sab, Angel, Courtney's out because of an injury. Um, who
Dejanay.
else? Dejanay's out because of an injury. Samuelson is out because of an injury. So it's like, who are these like power people that they are referring to? And this is what I mean, where people just be saying anything on the internet because who are they talking about? Or is it the additions they added?
I mean, the other day I had said something to you guys, and I don't think it lacks star power at all. But I think that their original mission statement is why people are saying that because they said it was the top. And when you're saying the top, then it has to be like all the top. They should have said some of the top talent. Like,
Well,
because saying like the top people were like, oh, Caitlin's going to be in this league. Like, people were excited for that. And then, like, just to be let down. And I think that's where it comes from or stems from.
But she wasn't there last year, and that was the mission.
well, you know what? I'll just do you better. I'm gonna cause some controversy because who said she was a top player? Let's start there, respectfully. But here's my thing. Okay, it's the top. Here's where I'm like, okay, their mission statement. Well, a marketing. I feel like we're gonna have the top, or well, we'll have some of them. Like, what sounds better? Let's be honest. But also too, when you have four of the top five players in MVP voting, because remember, Fee's there, Alicia Gray is
Mhm.
there, Kelsey's there, AT's there. So they're only missing Asia. And to me, that's the only real true big gun they're missing is Asia, if we're going off of basketball. Now,
Mhm.
popularity, yes, having Angel and the Caitlyn because of, how that was all played out. That just does you right. But they
Mhm.
don't have them. But they still have a good chunk of this league. You also have the rookie of the year in Paige Beckers. I
You
mean,
have Ryan Howard coming back. You have
you have all stars.
the point guard coming back. I don't understand
Like,
the I maybe it's we don't have the eyes.
well, to
Not
be
the no, to us we're going to watch, but because they had injuries there. How many people cover
Mhm.
injuries? How many people do this for injuries? How many eyes come in with injuries? Oh, and you see all in the comments. Where's Angel? Where's Angel? Where's Angel? So maybe the wording they're saying to say top players are not there because we definitely do have some of the top players in the W playing in Unrivaled. But maybe it's just that aspect about the fan base coming with certain players that they do have, but we're gonna see that with Paige. I had to make
Mhm.
sure I said that correctly.
but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that was one of those things I saw, and I was like, this is blown out of proportion because of, like I said, literally of three people. Because like in all the hoopla of who they're missing, no one mentioned Anescu. Like I was like, I feel like she has a better case for where is she than some
Mhm.
of the other ones, and I'm like, all right. But I do feel like it's one of those you only have so many slots, and you only get so many people that there's gonna be somebody missing. Like it's almost like the when it comes to like the Olympics, like there's always someone who gets snubbed, and
Mhm.
I mean, you remember that hoopla, but
But
that's
who would you bring? Because they added who? Ari McDonald. They added Beck Allen. They added who was the last three people that they
it was.
Well, the well, they're mad that Caitlin's not in it. That's where it stems from.
but
That's
she
like
wasn't
what
in it
all.
to
No, I
begin
know,
with.
but like they said that before last season too. They've been
Yeah,
saying the same thing.
but
They
it's like
just keep running
okay.
with it.
She's not there. Go watch her play golf. She announced she's going to be in the tournament. Go watch her do that because she's not going to be in Unrivaled. Like, and we're still going to catch flights and go, and we're still going to watch, and it's still going to be on TV, and we're still going to be talking about it. And there's going to be people with mics that should shut up, still be talking about it. So
Well, go tell them. Go tell them.
I will tell them shut up and watch her play golf. If that's she's doing something, you can watch, comment, and talk all to the people who watch golf. I don't watch golf, so I can't argue on that aspect. I don't know anything about it.
But yeah,
Oh.
I do find that such a like interesting thing though that when like you because I think of it almost like if the NBA did something like this and then just didn't have Braun and everybody's like they have nobody and it's like all right it's just one person let's all relax
I
like
mean, I get it, it's brown, but still.
that was not my point. See,
Sorry, you
say well
used
it's
the
Braun no that you're not helping me here
Yeah, no, they have plenty of talent. Plenty of
like
talent that people could enjoy to watch. That
I'm gonna miss McBuckets. I'm gonna miss Bay, but it's okay. I'm still gonna go watch.
I'm sad about Nate, Dejanay Carrington and Sab, I think. And Angel, just because Angel and Nay brought a lot on the outside of basketball side, like the social media, all the content. she really showed herself last season, and I think I'm gonna miss that because it was a lot of fun to see.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna miss watching her grow as a
Mm.
player.
Hmm.
We we won't get to see her because she hasn't announced what she's doing, and we won't have eyes, so we truly won't know what she some people may, we have her haters that say she doesn't put in work, but between watching her and Aaliyah Edwards last year in Unrivaled and them come into their game and from day one, and then she was a rosebud and they won the championship, it was just like, okay, she really is putting in that work. So I think that's what I'm really going to miss from seeing Angel a part of Unrivaled, is just seeing that constant work on, perfecting her craft.
Yeah, I do admit that the jumps from, like A to B in their games with a lot of those players was very like exciting to see, and it makes me excited for the newcomers like this year, of course, because I think of like some of the rookies you get like a Paige, Adama, Sanaya. I'm like, it makes me now really even more excited for what they'll probably be in year two, getting that jump in
Hmm.
that off season. So that does make me excited for the ones that are there. But for the ones that are not there, knowing that how big some of those people made a jump, especially like an Angel Reese, it does make me a little sad that you won't see some of them. I just feel like the whole Lack Star Powers thing was blown way out of proportion.
But even seeing Aaliyah Edwards and how she just from day one, and then what was the last one standing in the 1v1, is was
Yeah,
it?
it wasn't
Yeah,
it.
she upset Stewie first round. I think it
Yeah,
was first round. Yeah.
Yeah,
ballin'.
first round. So it's just those are the things that people who truly don't watch the game don't that's not what they're looking for. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We have a like not only we love the game itself, but just to see individual players, like we're gonna see Sanaya with this fast pace. We know the type of energy she brings. You know the type of eyes she brings, dancing and all that, and just her pure heart of gold. We know what type of eyes that Paige is gonna bring, and we know what type of audience she's gonna have, and the things she does with her style, the way she. So I just think it's gonna be a different look to Unrivaled this year, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. You could say Rob was gonna have a new sense of energy. Which
And I
brings
mean,
us to the next thing we're gonna do. Gotta love a good topic change. But so as we mentioned last episode, if you watched, we were going to bring a list of our top 10 energy shifters or a roster or whatever have you. This got a little more creative because I don't know about y'all, but trying to find the energy shifters was a little harder than I thought it was going to be. I will admit my struggles in the topic. But I'll assume I'll go first unless anybody wants to, oppose.
you got it.
All right.
Go ahead.
I see there's no opposition, so I will go first. So I went top 10. I went positive. I thought about doing some crash outs, but I felt like that was I have one semi crash out you could say on here. Honorable mention for some crash outs I did want to add for our very lovely Connecticut Sun. I almost added Marina and Bria Hartley on here for their crash outs. I almost did. I almost did. I almost did. I was close. I was close, but I was like, let me not be that guy. I kept it positive. So we'll start from 10, go to 1. 10 on my list, I have Ryan Howard. I feel like for me, when I do the energy shift, and this is like part of my list, is just people who can kind of like almost like change the pace of a game or like change a game. I feel like when she kind of gets going from three, like that's where she does her best. Nine, I have Paige. I feel like Paige, when she gets hot, kind of the same thing, but also Paige got the midi, and that midi shot be something different. Just straight, yeah, just chef's kiss. Number 8 on the defensive side, though, I went Sanaya Rivers. I feel like the energy she brought when she like came back after her mom passing, like I think that definitely like that means something for me personally. Number 7, I went Veronica Burton. I feel like just the energy she brought to Golden State and the jump she made this year just made sense. 6, I went my favorite crash out, Skylar Diggins. Even though I feel like her crashes are more at the refs and it's more of like a get your team amped and like bring some energy to the squad. Like she low key had a crash out though. I can't lie. 5, I went Kayla McBride. I went McBuckets because when she starts hitting some threes, she definitely shifts the energy of that team. I feel like I couldn't go Fee here, so I had to go one Lynx player. So I went McBuckets. 4, I went Kelsey Mitchell. I mean, just we saw firsthand what she did to Connecticut in a whole half, so I feel like she had to be on this list, not to be funny. Number 3 though, this is a little interesting one. I went Layla Lacan
Hmm.
because the jump that team made when she showed up, I feel like she had to get a top 3 place. 2, I went Alyssa Thomas because duh, and 1 I went Asia Wilson because once again, duh. I mean, when you literally tell your team if you don't want it, don't show up in the gym, and you go on like a 15 game win streak and win the championship, I feel like that was just the obvious number one for me. But I don't know who wants to volunteer to go next, so
I'll go next.
all right, see, we'll keep
I
it
like this
even.
because we think different and we are just different people, and it's just never going to be the same.
Nope.
Because when I think of energy, I feel as though it's the person that comes into the game, no matter if they score a bucket, no matter if they do anything, they could just come into the game,
Hmm.
and the energy, the crowd is going to go crazy for this person. So I'm going
Okay.
to start with the good. And then I'm gonna start with my. Then next I have. I don't want to say negative because I don't think their energy is negative, but they're crash outs. So
See.
for my good, I have Dejanay Carrington, I have Natisha Heidemann, I have
Hmm.
Sanaya Rivers, Veronica Burton, Dewana Bonner, Angel Reese, and Natasha Cloud. And
Okay.
then for the negative, and I don't want to say negative, I'm just gonna say crash out, my crash out queens, because I'm a crash out. So I'm right with you. I have Skylar Diggins Smith, Alyssa Thomas, Marina Mayberry, and Sophie Cunningham. Those are all the crash outs that get into the game, crash out, but still shift the arena, their teammates, the crowd, everything. So that's what my list. That's how I thought of it. So Gabby, it's on you. So let's hear this list and how did you assess this list?
So I assessed it with like, well, first I didn't put it in order because I had a
Me
hard
neither.
time because they're different types of energy. I had a hard time comparing. So that's why I didn't put it in order. But I kind of did the same thing where I like put it as like energy overall, like just or like, well, they're all different things. So I mean, any type of shift is kind of how what the type of lens I used with this. So I have Sanaya Rivers, Veronica Burton, Kelsey Mitchell, Asia Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Paige Beckers, Layla Lacan, Kayla Thornton, and then I have Alyssa Thomas for negative and positive because see, when she gets into the game, if she decides to have a little bit of some poor body language, then it's like a domino effect. The whole team, it happened in Connecticut, it happened in Phoenix, the whole team just follows her. But if she has that positive body language, then the whole team also follows her. And she completely shifts the game. Like depending on how she acts that day is how well they're gonna perform, in my opinion. And then I have another negative one, Caitlin Clark.
Oh, her body language is the worst. Oh,
Yes,
I'd be like, girl,
it's
your
so
energy's coming
bad.
on to me, and I'm not even in the game.
Yes, and then all of a sudden, because of that poor body language, it gets like all this tension in the game, and then all of a sudden she's got like four bodyguards around her, like ready to fight. Like it's
No, because the bodyguard comment is so real, and I think that's
It's
and
so
I think of it because also I laugh because when you mentioned the bodyguard thing, I really think too how see kind of said with Sophie Cunningham because I'd argue that's her number one bodyguard. Like of all the people that just jumped to the, but you're so right.
but
The
she
body
has a
language.
negative and a positive impact though when she
Same.
comes into the game.
yeah. When she starts hitting those three, like the playoffs last year when Connecticut was playing them, she was hitting those threes. We were winning in one of the games by a decent amount. She came in, hit a bunch of threes, and all of a sudden, like her team was on fire. No one was missing. Like that's the effect she has. It's her confidence, I think, that causes that. But I also had a couple honorable mentions. Um, Natasha Cloud, just because she's very much similar to Sanaya, where she brings a lot of energy to her team and um boost like uplifts her teammates. Skylar Diggins, because same reasons as you guys. And then I thought Erica Wheeler, especially after this season in Seattle, she came
Mm.
in and every time she would hit like three threes in the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, Seattle's winning and they were like down at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Probably no one thought they were going to win that game. So I just thought that was a huge
That
thing for
game
me.
3 was crazy.
Yes, yes. But then yeah, like going back, Kelsey Mitchell, she dropped 34 points on us in the second half. then three threes in a row in overtime and ended up beating us. We were winning 48-29 at halftime. So that's just impressive. And then Sab with her 37 points against us in their revenge game because we had beat them the game before. That was that's just like a huge indicator of an energy shift and just in my opinion because you're literally willing like you're pushing your team over the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I regret not putting Natasha Cloud on my list now because I almost did, and then but like part of me was trying to keep it to this season. It was hard with New York because of like how many people they had in the injuries.
hmm
It was hard to really pinpoint the team to like one person. Like I feel like Cloud's on the radar. I said that last episode, but I was like, I don't know if I can really point to the energy being her. And so for
hmm
that, I was like, I was like, she might get an honorable mention, but I was like, I'm probably gonna leave her off the list. And then both of y'all had her, and I was like, oh, I really could have put her on it. That'd have been.
That's okay. I mean,
I was
you
like,
still
that.
We had so many there's probably so many players. If we'd asked four other people, like hit up Maggie, Emily, Deja, be like, give us your energy. I'm pretty sure that it would be different.
Yeah,
Then, you know what I mean? It would
mm,
definitely be different. You
yeah.
have Lay on yours.
I did too.
me
That's what I'm
too,
saying.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. You guys
Well,
had Lay. So it's just like there's different types of, like you said, definitions of energy, how we bring in energy, how we like energy shifters. So that's what makes I think this list so different because it's like there's so many things that you can put in the category of energy.
Not the Rashid impression. I've been holding my tongue from doing it the entire
I,
time.
I
Cause
couldn't hold
so bad I wanted to just do
it.
the we play with energy, consistency. You know like how bad I wanted to do. We might have to. I
uh,
might. You know what?
No,
I'm gonna cue a
keep
clip for
that.
people. I'm gonna cue a clip of him.
Q clip it's guys, you just don't understand.
We're
Like
queuing
I
it.
had to.
Brings energy. She bring her energy, and because we need some energy. Finding her energy to her.
Yep.
that man's great. Like
He
that man's
is.
great.
I like to interview him. He spoke to us in his
Yeah.
language. He tried to teach me, but I barely speak English properly. So, that wasn't even gonna.
Give yourself some credit. You can't say it like that. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, I can, but when I asked Tina, yeah, we're not even gonna say
With
it. Just
ours,
go,
child's a
yeah.
judge. And that's like, let me
You
stop.
know,
Let me
you get what
stop.
I'm saying.
Let me
So,
stop.
guys, just go watch the episode and then you'll hear it. Okay.
Oh man, yeah,
But I
but
have something fun for you guys.
yes.
So I heard everyone's list, and we're gonna do. I have two games for you:
Okay.
a start, bench, cut. We
Okay.
are gonna go guards off our
Uh-oh.
list.
Wait.
Paige, Sanaya, and Lay.
Oh,
Start, bench, cut.
This is mean.
oh,
Give it to
okay.
You're
me.
rude. I want you to know you're rude. Because how
Um,
dare you?
I'm just saying it
oh,
had to be off the list, and that was the one that was most.
oh. Okay, I can go first if you want.
Yes,
If you need a
yes,
sec,
I want to
PJ.
hear it.
So I'm gonna start Paige because she literally scored the most points out of any WNBA player this whole season. So she's got to start, and she's Paige. Like, come on. This part's a little tough. I'm probably gonna, unfortunately, I'm probably going to bench Sanaya. I mean, bench Layla, cut Sanaya because of the fact that they're both great defensive players. Sanaya's still trying to develop her offensive game a little bit more, whereas like Layla's been playing professional basketball overseas for longer and has had time to do that. And she's more of a little bit more of a scoring threat, so that's why I'm benching her.
Okay.
Wow. All right. This is hard. I don't appreciate that. Okay. Hmm. All right. I'm gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna start Lay. I'm starting
Okay.
Lay. I feel like if she played a full season, she'd won Rookie of the Year. That's a hot take of mine.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can't lie. Ah, I
I
feel
don't
like,
know.
mm, yeah, start Lay. I feel, see, I'm in two places because I feel like because Sanaya, how elite she was on defense, I want to bench her, but that means I'm cutting the Rookie of the Year, and that sounds too insane to do. So I feel like I'm supposed to bench Paige here. But I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of like if I was building a team right now of the three like coming off their season rookie guards, like who'd I? Oh my word! You know, I'm gonna be controversial because I know in my heart
Do it.
I want to start late. I want to bench tonight, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this out loud, but I'm gonna cut Paige. That sounds so bad. I feel like
Okay.
the comments gonna come get me, Chad. It's
Well,
so bad.
I'm
can't we
gonna,
just start them
I'm,
all?
no, it's
I
start,
would
bench,
start them
cut.
all.
So
I
I'm
would.
going to start Paige. I'm going to bench Sanaya and I'm going to cut Lay. And the only reason I'm saying cut and Lay, I just feel like between the offense and the defense and both of their swags, you know what they say? You look good, you feel good, and you play good. And having them both together, it just does something dynamic for me. So that's who I'm going to go with.
Well,
I
if
can't.
you're thinking together, but
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, if I'm gonna go with the two I need, that's what I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna start Paige, bench Shania, and Cutley.
You cut Lay? How,
I
what?
know you got the rookie of the year.
I know it's not. I'm not much better. I'm not
I
much
cut,
better.
I cut my bestie.
Exactly. Okay,
Wow.
one more
Oh,
before
jeez. This is
I
worse.
head out. One more before we head out, guys. I said I. So this or that.
Oh, this is gonna get worse. I can feel it.
Would you have Skylar Diggins, excuse me, with Kelsey Mitchell's shot, or you gonna take Alyssa Thomas with Kelsey Mitchell's shot?
Oh, I'm taking Alyssa Thompson and Kelsey Mitchell's out because if she had no, she had healthy shoulders, forget about it. Forget about it. Like she would win MVP because she would be able to and have that shot. Oh, like she's already got everything else, but unfortunately she can't really change that fact that she has torn ligaments in her shoulders. So
It's so hard because Skylar's just like
Mm.
Here's the
right.
thing.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. And
yeah.
this is why this is a way easier than the other one. Because you're pretty much either giving me a regular size point guard with a good jump shot, or you're giving me basically a stretch for Jokic type with a jump shot. You're telling me Alyssa Thomas, who now basically goes to the hoop to get bully shots, can do that, or you now have to come step outside and play me out here. Because let's not forget, Kelsey
That's
Mitchell
true.
she be hitting some
That's true.
she be hitting some shots now. They're telling me you're giving Alyssa Thomas pretty much a legit like I'm shooting 40% from the field from three. Like that's
Yeah.
give me
Imagine
that
that
all
though.
day. That's scary.
Imagine that.
That's stuff of nightmares. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
I feel for her though with that stuff. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's that's why it's even more impressive what she does
Yeah, with two
because
torn
she does
labrums,
it.
crazy,
Yeah, it's just like,
crazy.
and no one. I mean, she doesn't like what people talk about her shoulders. I know, but like, it just gives her.
It's crazy though.
I know it just shows who she is as a person, and I wish people would see her hard work.
If you could choose anybody in the WNBA,
Uh-huh.
past or present, to
Okay.
start a team with, who you going with?
Like,
One
base the
person.
franchise,
One person.
like base the
Your
franchise
franchise
around.
player, yes. Past or present.
That's not fair.
Okay,
Hey,
well, um, you know. DJ's not gonna like this one based on our past conversations, but I'm gonna say Maya Moore.
Honestly,
She's showed that she can be successful at all levels, and like we've said in previous episodes, there was so much more she was gonna give us if she still played.
see, I'm in two places, and neither of them are Maya Moore. Funny enough, and I feel criminal for that. But see, because I feel like the right answer has to be Asia Wilson, just because it's
I knew you
Asia
were gonna say
Wilson.
that.
I feel like that's the right answer. I'm sorry, it's just the right answer. But if I wasn't going honorable mention, I would go Cheryl Miller.
Hmm.
But I gotta go Asia Wilson. It's Asia Wilson. I'm sorry, chat. It's Asia Wilson. You can't convince me that that's not the perfect player to build your team around.
I'm gonna go Cheryl.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go Cheryl Miller. Just we didn't even get to see her
I know.
Yeah.
as a WNBA player.
So
This
then
is a
doesn't
hard
that
question.
does it does that even really count for the rules then?
I
Well, she
mean,
said past or present. She technically didn't
yeah,
put the
I
W
didn't
stamp.
put the W, so that's
Okay.
right. So,
Yeah. I usually, when we make
but
our
if
list, I
we
usually
do it,
put the
okay, if we
W
kept
stamp.
it, if past, present, or past, present WNBA player, if I wanted to build my team around,
Come on. There's only one right answer. I'm sorry. Let's come on.
I'm going
Well,
mine more. The
yeah,
GOAT.
well, because
What? It's
yes, because listen. Also, I played as a point guard, and I think build a team around a point guard, a leader. Like, yes, Asia's a leader, but it's a different type of leader than a point guard, and she's not the one bringing the ball up every
fair.
possession.
But it's a security blanket. You come down, you put her on the post, you give her the ball, and everybody get the heck out the
But you,
way. I
and then
just
you know what she said? That was her biggest challenge this postseason.
Yeah,
fair.
you know, I wish. Would it be crazy if it was Maya Moore and Asia Wilson?
Ooh, no, that's scary. That's just imagine them on one team.
I wish I could see that. Like, and that's the thing that stinks is because
I
if
would
we got
love to
more
see that.
Maya, they would have been on the Olympic team together.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Oh,
love
I didn't even
seeing
think about that.
I love
Right, look
seeing
at your face.
yeah,
Yo, wait, time out, time out, because that's actually I feel like robbed a little bit that we did not. That is insane.
yeah,
I think,
because
and that's why for us choosing Meyer still as our goal is because of the like, oh my God. Like just
yeah,
imagine, you get what I'm saying? Just imagine that. We've seen what Asia Wilson can do. You feel me? And
mhm,
I'm pretty sure she could do more, but it's the imagine that and imagine Meyer from what we did see, what Asia's doing and having them on the Olympic team together.
Wait,
It's
wait,
yeah.
just
wait,
like
wait.
you feel
It's
me? It's just a
she's
lot.
got she's got a certain type of aura, like I would say, like around her, just like when you think about her. And yeah,
Okay, I
oh
had to
my
do a quick.
God.
I had to do a quick Google because my brain could not believe it. I did not realize Maya Moore and Tina Charles are the same age. I don't know how to feel about that. Because what you're
Well,
telling me
I
is
knew.
she like okay? I'm a little slow, chat. Give it to me. I didn't realize that we really could have had Maya Moore at last year's Olympic team. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
And
Imagine her,
imagine
B, Stewie, all of them.
it would have been a real uproar because Homegirl still wasn't gonna go.
You think that she would have been the one that got
Nah,
cut?
it'd have been Tarasi. It'd have
It
been
it
Tarasi.
would have
They'd
been
have really
either
sent them.
it would have been DT or Ka.
Mm,
Oh,
That's who it would have been. If they didn't keep DT there for her experience in this case, it would have had to be Kalia Copper. Even though Kalia Copper went crazy, like Asia said, she's her. But when you look at the list, you add in Maya Moore, who you taking off?
yeah.
Who are you
It's tough.
taking off, DJ?
Ugh,
Those are the only two, though.
it would have had to been Cobb because they'd have kept DT for the experience. I admit though, I also is this the math of putting together.
well,
It's the way that I'm putting together like that Maya Moore could have still been playing today that now makes me realize the fact that there's a world where she'd have been on the Lynx last year for that game 5.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my word. I think I just somewhere in my mind put her in like the oh she'd have retired in like 2020 like
No, like you're
range.
not.
I did
Now you're
not put
seeing.
no
You
I
feel
like
us?
no I felt you before but like it's a little more insane when you really put in perspective like how the fact that she still
Imagine
could have.
that battle, Game 5,
I didn't
2024
think they'd have won it in
WNBA.
3 at that point respectfully. I mean you put Maya Moore on that team links in
Maya
3.
Morphy, yeah. It's
McBuckets, Natisha Heidemann, Courtney Williams,
wait,
Alana Smith, Bridget Kelton.
I'm trying to remember everyone that was on the Olympic team just because like I start mixing the other ones, if that makes sense,
You know what?
together.
I'll do a quick Google because I'm trying to think
What
who.
last year's Olympic team?
Yes, because I'm trying to think of who would
It
you
It was
was.
cut.
last year? Oh my gosh, it feels like 2 years ago,
It
maybe
does.
three.
It does.
Oh, well,
It
also,
was. It
what
was
if you
Sabrina.
argue? Well, what if you argue maybe like Kelsey Plum too? You might be able to argue her. Like, I guess it depends how they performed in training camp, if like during the
Yeah.
Olympics too.
So
Like, I feel like,
it would be between Plum Dog Ka and DT.
yeah, yeah, because you can't, you got to take the same position.
You have to keep Stewie. You have to keep Asia Wilson,
Yeah. Forget
Sabrina.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
point guard was the or Jewel. Maybe Jewel. It was the
Jewel,
Jewel.
yeah,
Jewel
because
too was an argument.
she was struggling
Yeah, Jewel
last year
too.
a little bit. In the beginning of this year, she was struggling a little bit
And it
too.
was
So,
Coach Reeves. So then you already have that chemistry with her and Meyer to begin with.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my word.
she would have made the team if she, yeah, there was no way she wouldn't. But
So
it's
when you
just
think
tough.
of just, it's just so
Insane.
crazy because it's just you left us with the what if and I'll constantly like, yeah, it's just I love what you're doing because that's a whole other different ball game and it takes the heart of a warrior to do that type of work. And that's
Mhm.
exactly what she is. But just like
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
just
I
looking
definitely
into
felt that.
the air, just like, oh, just really thinking about it is like crazy.
No, it was the me realizing that she could have still been playing like today. That really, I don't know why. I just in my brain always assumed it was like, oh, she'd have played extra like I don't know 3 4 years or something. Like I just really,
No.
that's insane.
Yeah.
That is
And like even
insane.
maybe more than that too, because they'd be pushing now. Like
Where's the thing? Tina Charles is still
CC,
balling. Like that's the
yeah,
great. Like let's not forget. Like Tina legit just broke our franchise. Kind of gets on the franchise record for most points in the season.
yeah,
Hmm.
yes,
That's insane.
Guys, you hear that? So I just want you to see out there. This is why that GOAT topic is so hard for some people that truly watch the
Well,
game because
I,
no, I said for some people. I said for some people. We know
yeah,
you
not for
made your
you.
decision. We know you made your decision, but just when you think of it, it's just like this is why there's so many unanswered questions because it's like she still could have been here today. And we just love that.
Yeah, yeah,
And I would have loved to see them, Maya and Asia, on one team in the Olympics going crazy. I would have loved to see that.
yeah. Gabby and her French team would have had a harder time against us, I think, with Maya.
Absolutely. I think every team would have had a hard time.
Yeah,
what
but because
makes
also say like if she was playing with B on Minnesota, then they would have had that chemistry too. Like, yeah, forget about it. Forget about it.
We're all at a loss, guys.
I'm
Just
at a loss
thinking
for
about
words right
the
now. I'm at a
the
loss for words.
possibility.
I
You
Just
learn
just
think
something new every day. Loss for words. Wow.
that's 97 till infinity.
All right. Thank y'all for watching. I got nothing else to say.